Most kids don't really know what they want to do when they grow up. You not only knew what you wanted to do, but you jumped right in and really made it a career. What was the spark for you, and what was that journey like from realizing that you wanted to act to becoming an actor?
My mother passed away on Christmas when I was 10 years old. And I was very, very close with my grandparents. And my mother's wish was to get me into the entertainment business. And so I was just walking down the street, with my friends on my bike, and we were going into the arcade. This lady, dead serious, she just walked up and she said, "Hello, you have a cute smile." I was like, "Okay." And she said, do you want to be a movie star?" I said, "What?" She said, "You want to be a movie star?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Well, you give this card to your parents and you ask them to call me, okay?" I said, "Okay." Put it in my back pocket of my jeans, didn't even think about it. And my grandmother was doing the laundry and she saw that card and she came to me and she said, "Baby, what is this card?" And I said, "Grandma, some lady asked me if I wanted to be a movie star." And she called that lady. And I went and met with the agents. Now, mind you, I could always read well in school. I was good with reading. Acting, I knew nothing about. We meet with the agent. She's sitting there in her little crown-like chair and had her little minions next to her. And I walked in and she goes, I was always little for my age. And I walked in and she said, "Hi, how you doing, kid? You ever seen these before? They're sides." And I said, "Sides?" And she goes, they're in a script, for commercials and movies. And I said, "No, ma'am, I read though. I love to read." And she goes, "Okay, well, look, you're going to read this and this guy's going to read this. And you are two different characters, two different people. Do you understand?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." So she gave me the sides and I did something like this. She said, "Action." And I went, "God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." And then the other guy did his lines. And then she said, "Go again." And I said, "We avoid retaliation or argument. We wouldn't treat other people this way. If we do, we would use our chance of being helpful." And she put her head, she just went, "Yeah, okay, kid, good luck." I'm walking out and she goes, hope you find it down the road." I turned around, you guys. I walked up to her and I took her hand and gave her straight eye contact, kissed her hand and went, "Ma'am, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm very grateful. And it was an absolute pleasure to meet you." Because that's how my grandmother taught me. And so I walked out and she goes, "Stop. Get his grandmother in here. You wait outside." My grandmother went in and she was like, "Look, your grandson can't act worth beans. Now, this is what I'm going to do, which is very rare. I'm going to give him a shot and he's going to go on 3 interviews. He must book one of those interviews or we drop him from the agency." My grandmother was like, "Oh yeah, his mom passed away and he'll be the best." I booked all 3. Mountain Dew, The Jeffersons, and What's Happening. And then it just started.
That's an amazing from do you want to be that's like the dream that every actor or aspiring actor has. Like, oh, I just want that moment where somebody comes up to me and says, do you want to be a star? Like that's like straight out of the fairy tale book of Hollywood, as far as what people hope happens.
What resonated with me more was the fact that, like you say, he bombed the audition, but what it resonates to is what we've heard from all the other people we've interviewed, which is that you have to stand out in your audition one way or another. Clearly, Corey, you didn't do as good as you wanted to do. But like you said, you could read, you were articulate, but it was your manners and your professionalism that stood out above everything else. And because of that, and she taking that chance on you.